a minute. All right. What up, what up, what up? Twitchers, Twitchettes, YouTubers, YouTubettes. Part 2 today. Right now. Right now. Part 2 coming your way. As you can see on the screen, Community Showcase. Go check those channels out. Uh, I know. Zombie be doing some spooky games. Crypto Grinch was doing some PUBG. I don't know if he's going to start streaming some Rust. He's been heavily invested in Rust. And LoJack is live currently right now doing. I don't know. I think he is actually playing Subnautica, the first one, because everybody knows Subnautica 2 is early access. And Mr. Sykes be streaming some. He be streaming some Compete. Which last times I jumped on that game, I got my ass kicked. Bad. Anyway. Without further ado. Whoa, bro. Without further ado. I am the law. Here in the courtroom of Judge Aliens. And we will get started right now.
Hola, peeps.
Kitty,
Twitchers,
kitty.
Twitchettes.
And we also have the zombie up in this bitch. I do believe right now she is playing some House Flipper. Right? Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. Kitty, kitty. All right, let's see here. We're left with $110. 35% mental health. $110. I don't even think I could buy anything. Yeah, that's negative 15. We're not doing that. Thank God nobody needs anything. Let's get going. All rise. Week 8, case 1. As you know, yesterday I played this game and we had a blast playing this game. Let's continue. What in the fuck is wrong with this dude? You see this guy? As always, let's get our mini game out of the way. Oh my goodness, what is this? Um Mrs. McCombs. There will be no government names in here. But thank you for joining the live stream over on YouTube. Ignore that message, y'all. And that Karen just coughed in my fucking courtroom again. I still don't know what in the hell we're doing here. Oh. Not sure. Interesting. Is it like no? Because I can't swap nothing. When getting hired at a new job, why is it doing all the paperwork online is a bitch? Hey, you know what, Mr. White? You know what? Congratulations on the new job. Congratulations.
Congrats.
W's for Mr. White. Even though they are a bitch doing paperwork online. Anyway, back to what the hell I was doing. I have no idea. Anybody know? Anybody know about this mini game here? Oh, I think I figured it out. Okay. Well, let's move this guy way over here. Too bad I can't, like, just move it straight up, you know. Karen, I'm busy. Quit coughing. This is a little tougher than I thought. 28 an hour and all the benefits, and thank you. No problem, Mr. White. And congratulations on the $28 an hour with all the benefits.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now. So these are right. This is right. That's right. Okay. No, because it's all probably got to be down like this, right? That what you telling Judge Aliens? That is exactly what it's telling Judge Aliens. All right, that was a pretty cool, nifty little mini game. I like that. Okay, now here we go. Mr. Strand, armed robbery. Interesting. Okay. I'm so tired of that bitch that ain't eating cough drops in the back. Anyway, looks like he needs some help because he is not good in a mental state. No criminal record. The incident occurred in the evening hours at a pharmacy called Harbor Line Pharmacy. Eliza Wren, who works at the pharmacy, saw a person wearing a hood and partially masked face enter as she was preparing to close the register. The individual pointed their gun at Mrs. Wren and demanded all the money from the cash register. Mrs. Wren, for her safety, handed over the money. Armed robbery, huh?
We're on an ad.
Well, everybody on Twitch, I'm sorry for the ad. Everybody on YouTube, let's continue. Shortly after the suspect fled, his identity was determined to be Mr. Strand, and he was apprehended the same night at the house of his sister, Mrs. Strand. Ooh, run into your sister. Hmm? Hmm? Statements, Mrs. Rand. I was about to close the register. The doorbell rang, but since it was close to closing time, I thought it's probably someone who needs medicine urgently. As soon as I entered, I noticed a strange looking person who was breathing fast and constantly looking around. He quickly pulled out a gun. Why are you so serious? He said. I gave him all the money I had. He ran away, and I immediately called the police. Good job. Good job. Mr. Strand's statement. What I was carrying as a weapon was an old rusty blank gun. It doesn't count as a real firearm. It was a moment of desperation, but as you know, desperation is like gravity. All it takes is losing your footing once, and the rest follows its own. hmm Whether you use a fake gun or a real gun, it's still armed robbery. Bitch! I do believe this is the sister, and we should be able to charge her with aiding and abetting. Devs, can I get that? In recent months, I underwent a serious surgery and don't. One of these days, I'm going to have to subscribe to so I don't get those damn ads. I do believe if you purchase Turbo, you don't get ads. I'm not too sure on that. If Psych was here, he would be able to explain that a little better because he pays for Turbo. Because he got tired of watching ads as well. But also, if you watch on YouTube, you don't have to worry about ads. Just keep that in mind, Mr. White. I do stream on YouTube. All right. In recent months, I underwent a serious surgery. Since I had no insurance, most of the expenses turned into debt, caregiver fees, medications, everything piled up. Noah hadn't been sleeping properly for weeks. He constantly blamed himself because of the expenses. We had no one to help him that night. When someone showed up at the door, I could tell from his face that something bad was going on. I don't care. Look at him all cracked out over here. Armed robbery. There's the gun. And mental health medication found in his coat. There's one digital evidence, shall we? Let's take a look. Yeah, that looks identical to him. Armed robbery, theft crimes. 6 years. Oh, that's right. He needs treatment. Okay, what do you got to say for yourself? What was the reason for targeting the pharmacy, my man? I don't know. The woman working there always came across as a repulsive to me. Who cares? You stole medicine. Why did you commit the robbery wearing this outfit? Why do I care what he did it about the outfit? He ain't got nothing to say but I. Accused didn't speak and watched their surroundings for a while. This is my daily outfit. Look at him, chat. What happened to his shoulder? Anyway, did you apply to social services to get help because of your debts? Shall we go for a hamburger after you leave? Are you trying to bribe me with food? No, I'm not
Whatever,
going.
man.
No, I'm not going to go get a hamburger with you. You're fixing to go to jail. You're not going to eat no hamburgers. Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. He needs to go get help. Did it say? Must be sent to treatment. So, all right, I guess. I guess we'll send you to treatment. Send for treatment. You should be a judge here in Texas. You would make a great fit. Laughing my ass out. I'm bringing the hammer to these criminals. Okay? Until I get. Look at all that. I'm blowing the fuck up over there. That's what I'm talking about. This country needs such honest judges. That's what I'm talking about. Well, thank goodness nobody needs anything. And I still haven't helped this one out. She's so sad, she probably ain't even going to school no more. Because I didn't pay the school fees. Because the game didn't warn me that I'm going to need cash and credit. And I don't have much cash left anymore because the damn bar has gotten out of control in money. I mean, they think their shit's made of gold.
Well, what are you doing spending your money at the bar? How you gonna blame the bar
I
when
gotta
you're the
get
one
mental
spending
health
your
some
damn
fucking
money
how,
on it?
zombie. Anyway,
Shame on
oh my
you.
goodness, here we go. The
Shame
last
on
case
you.
like this was Duracell. Y'all remember that from yesterday? Duracell,
Mm-hmm.
Novacell. As a purchase invoice for 340 books in the name of Mrs. Dorset. Yeah, looks like you ordered 340 bucks, right, chat? That's what I'm
Right.
taking it as. All right. Case subject: the alleged allegation that Arthur Michael Dorset violated the contract he signed with publisher Alfred Morgan. Maybe you can teach some of these clowns they call judges around here. That's right, and I would rule Texas with an iron fist. And anybody coughing in my courtroom will be removed. Who published his book? Defendant, Michael Dorset. Plaintiff, Alfred Morgan. Details. Mr. Dorset signed a publishing agreement with Polymall. Anybody want to reference to what that is in the chat? Polymall? Publishing house. For the printing and distribution of his book titled, is I think it's in Russia. Does he look Russian?
No.
Kind of. He kind of does. Anyway, the contract, which he released 2 months ago, the contract clearly states that if I do eat Tootsie Rolls, Mr. White. I think I had 4 of them last night, sir. The contract clearly states that if the book does not reach at least 20,000 sales within 2 months, Dorset will pay 175,000 in expenses to the publishing house. In the sales analysis conducted by the publisher, it appears that the book sold 20,214, so he's above 214 books. Copies. However, amongst these sales, 340 bulk purchases were identified under the name of Ellen Dorset, who is the cousin of Dorset. The plaintiff, Mr. Morgan, asserts that bulk purchases artificially inflated the sales figures and therefore the sales guarantee cannot be considered fulfilled. The plaintiff requesting that the payment be made. Yeah, but did you sit on it and spend first? No, sir. I don't buy big ones because we buy a bunch of candy at once. No need to get a big Tootsie Roll
That's right.
when I can have 50 small ones. Bulk purchase artificial blah 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 considered fulfilled. The plaintiff requested that the payment be made. Mrs. Dorset will be heard as an witness in the case. What do you think, chat? They do make 1-pounders at Walmart. That's a big ass Tootsie Roll. Better use a knife.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, she looks kind of Russian too. Just saying. Mr. Morgan, the sales figures appear to have exceeded 20,000. There was no clause in the contract preventing close relatives from purchasing the book. Correct? That is correct. However, if Ellen had not made this bulk purchase, they would have not reached the target sales figure. This clearly constitutes as an abuse of contract. I don't think so. Miss Ellen, did your cousin ask you to make the purchase of 340 copies? No, Your Honor. Michael only informed me that his book had been published. I purchased a large number to support my cousin and to give the books as gifts to many people around me. That's kind. I'd be pissed off that I got a book as a gift. But hey, book nerds would be happy. Well. It was decided that a penalty payment of 175 be paid. No. That no payment would be made. The contract was not breached. Hopefully, I don't get assassinated. Motherfucker, what? Damn. Damn it.
They just don't like you.
They don't like me.
Mm-mm.
There, fine. Breach of contract, I guess. Well, at least I didn't die or go to jail. Boom. Ain't that the truth? Bullet to the head. Kitty. All
Kitty,
right,
kitty.
nobody needs anything. I'm going to bed. Week 8, all rise. Is he in jumpsuit orange? That's what it looks like to me, chat. All right, let's get the mini game over with. This one. It's a robbery note. If Valentin Korsev receives any punishment, you will bear the consequences. Do you want your family to be the ones who die in the next traffic incident? Well, mister, I have you know that the dev didn't want me to drive. So therefore, we don't drive. So he will be getting fucking punishment today because we are not
Will
soft on
you
this community.
quit fucking slamming your fist upstairs?
Oh, let's see here. All right, Mr. Korshev. No criminal record. He's good on mental health. That's good. That means his ass is going to jail. And he's not getting deported. Never mind. He is not going to jail. He is going to be hung in front of the public. Charges: assassination and high treason. Let me just let you know, chat. High treason. Ooh. Only if he's aggravated, huh? Damn it, he's going to jail. It's okay. All right, so 100 years on the high treason and assassination. 162 years. This is a death sentence. Kate Coleman, who held a senior position at the defense industry company called High Tech. Interesting. Was involved in an incident when a truck hit her car from behind while she was heading to work. At first glance, it seemed like a simple traffic accident, but the team arriving at the scene found that the situation was much more complicated. The crowbar found in the vehicle, the disappearance of the truck driver, and the loss of a bag. I swear that fucking bitch coughing is annoying. And the loss of a bag with access to classified information in the vehicle had completely changed the direction of the investigation. The autopsy revealed that Kate Coleman was not killed by the impact of a collision, but by a blow from an object resembling a crowbar. Sounds like an assassination. Details: after determining that the person driving the truck was Valentin Korshev, the police followed him for months and the individual was arrested at the hotel he was staying at. Statements. His statement. I am innocent. That's what a guilty motherfucker would say in this courtroom. I am innocent. I was at the hotel to clear my mind a bit. I have no connection to the incident. I panicked during the accident and left the scene. I didn't even look at what happened to the other party. I'm not someone who would harm anyone. Liar!
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Fire.
21, 21, 355. 21, 21, 355. His fingerprints is on the crowbar. And
Ain't
now
looking
the
too good
bitch in
for
the
him.
back has the guy next to her coughing. 162 years. Shall we hear what he has to say? Why was there a crowbar in your vehicle? Your Honor, sometimes it was necessary to open the goods inside the truck. So why was the bag that was supposed to be in the vehicle found in your hotel room? Ah ha ha! Good one. I found that bag on the road. It must have been thrown out due to the impact. I took it with me thinking I might return it to its owner. It could have been stolen after all. Well, chat. This goober. Guilty. Jail. 162 years. My good sir. Have a great day. Uh-oh. We get another raise. Yeah, 1,600. Good, because that'll help out with that credit I took. We're not getting murdered, and we're not going to jail. Give me my money. I swear, as soon as I hit this and I go back home, somebody's going to need something. Watch. Somebody's going to need something. Ha ha ha, kitty.
Kitty.
We have $910. What are you offering? I'm foobarred. What's that? Holy shit, $1,900? Reject that. I don't know what kind of fucking country you're getting your shit from, but it ain't here. Don't even talk. I'm going to bed. Week 9, all rise. Look at this guy. Damn, I got 20% chance of being arrested. Let's get the minigame over with. Oh, this one again, huh? Okay. Okay. This one goes here. This one goes here. Okay. No, let's not do that yet. There we go, chat. You know, I didn't even notice because I was too focused about the damn minigame. But there's a bribery note right here on my desk. Please or release Mr. Ravel and accept the 7,500 we are offering you. If you accept this offer, more money will flow. We can assure you live a life of prosperity. I believe not. I'm a fair judge and we will not take bribes. Now, corruption, huh? First off, no criminal record. He's good. He's good on mental health and on national status. So, corruption. Well, once we find it in this big book, corruption. Oh, he's broke. He's going to jail for 10 years and a $10 million fine. Interesting. All right. During the night hours, police units carried out a large scale gambling and prostitution operation at a luxury hotel named Rose Haven Grand Hotel. During the operation, Mr. Ravel, a member of parliament from the ruling party, was caught in the same room as Marcel Vedrux, who is publicly known as a mafia figure and a member of an organized crime group. Ah, well,
Interesting.
I hate to inform your mafia, but we don't take bribes.
Mm-mm.
Marcel Vordox. Upon the arrival of the police, first clashed with them and then committed suicide. In the hotel room, in addition to prostitutes, narcotic substances, weapons, and a large amount of cash was seized. Following the incident reported in the media, Member of Parliament Mr. Ravel was taken into custody after his parliamentary immunity was lifted. Oh, yeah, you're going to jail, son. Mr. Ravel, I truly do not know what happened that evening. I had dinner with 3 colleagues. Then we went to a bar. I was drunk. I remember telling my driver to take me home. After that, everything was completely dark. When I woke up, I found myself in a hotel room with men and women I didn't know. Sitting up such a trap for a member of parliament is hardly surprising. I am someone who serves this country, and no one can frame me for such a crime. Well, I hate to
Mm-hmm.
say this.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say this. Well, there was definitely guns involved. $2 million in cash and drugs. 200 grams of cocaine. I do not like cocaine being on my street. Is this him? Yeah, that's him. Let's talk to him. In your statement, you said that that you were in the hotel against your will. Is that true? I don't think he was in there against his will. I think he was partying. I think he knew somebody. You know, I don't know. Maybe somebody that could have owned an island. Maybe. Yes, Your Honor. There must be a plot against me. Are you really saying you didn't know Marcel Vidrox, who was in the same room with you? He's lying. This is a setup against me. I don't know anyone in that hotel. I bet not. In your statement, you say they forced me to come. However, the footage shows you willingly getting into the vehicle. How do you explain this? There were dozens of people in front of the venue. It's not hard to mislead someone who is drunk. They put me in the wrong vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
10 years. 10 mil. Sounds about right. Let's deliver justice, shall we? Guilty. 10 years. 10 mil. Hopefully we don't die. We're good. Hopefully we don't go to jail. We're good. We shall live another day. Kitty, kitty.
Kitty.
Nobody needs anything. Dad's going to jail or going to bed. The government announced that it would fight corruption to the end. The identity of a mafia leader still remains as a mystery. Interesting. Look at these two goobers. As always, there is no mini game this time. We'll top right into it. Theft. Oh, he's got a criminal record. And he's good on health test and status. All right, theft. 4 years ago, a burglary took place in the two-story house on Milton Street. Shortly after the incident, David Talk, that's this goober, if anybody wants to know, that'd be this guy. Shortly after the incident, who was seen wandering in the area was taken into custody with some of the stolen items were found near the scene. Around the location where David was, the court quickly made the... She's coughing again.
She is.
The court quickly made a decision and sentenced him to 6 years in prison. Well, let's see here. Theft. Where shall we be?
I'm in danger.
Yes, Mr. White. If you continue to disrupt my courtroom. All right. Now, what did we say? He does have a criminal record. 4 years in jail. I actually like to scream and go. I can't complain. However, in a new theft incident in the same area last week, the suspect, Mark Cuslow, who was apprehended, confessed during interrogation, not only to the recent crime, but also to committing the theft from 4 years ago. He admitted that he fled in panic that day and left David to appear as if he were connected to the incident. However, this confession, the case file of David Talk, was taken under review again.
Interesting.
But yet, this is lawyer. His statement, I will never forget the day I was caught and brought to court. I tried to explain the incident, but in that panic, I couldn't clearly explain what I saw or how I ended up there. When stolen items were found at the place I was, no one believed what I said. I've been in prison for 4 years, and every day I've said the same thing. I didn't commit this crime. Mark Cuslow, which is not this guy. That night, I was wandering around Milton Street. I noticed an open window in a house. Getting inside was easy. Zombie?
Yes.
Mr. White is requesting a sound alert. The talking goat he would like.
All right. All right. As will do my best, Mr. White. As will do my
She
best.
got you back. She got you back. All the Twitchers and Twitch heads. Yes, we do accept recommendations. YouTubers, if you want to hear it, I don't know if you can hear it, but if you want to hear them, you're going to have to join on Twitch. Not sure if they get played back to YouTube. They might. And if they do, if you want to participate, that is a chat thing on Twitch, not on YouTube. And that Karen back there just coughed again. I filled my bag with valuables. Just as I was about to leave, I heard footsteps outside. I panicked, ran into the street, threw the bag at the first person I saw, and kept running. That unlucky person must have, or turned out to be David. He didn't even have time to turn around, and I understand what was happening. Okay. Well, I think I've heard enough. Let's talk to him. If it's alive, I think it does. It might. But again, on that, Mr. White, you cannot participate in the sound alerts and the blurbs from YouTube. YouTubers and YouTubettes. Today, you are openly stating that you committed the theft 4 years ago. Is this statement correct? Yes, that's correct, Mr. Judge. David was in the completely wrong place at the wrong time. Why are you making this confession now, not before? This time, I couldn't escape. My conscience no longer allowed me to remain silent. Okay. Now, you know, it never even let me view him. Oh, I guess I can't pick him anyway. Okay. Well, you, my good sir, can leave. And we die. Ah, bam. All right, well, apparently he can't leave. Let's try this again. Well. You're going to have to go 4 years in jail because that's what the game wants me to do. Right, chat? Ad. Mr. White got hit by an ad. And yeah, the game wanted me to do that. Zombie got hit by an ad. Thank you guys for watching the ads and supporting the channel.
No problem, man.
Thank God nobody wanted anything. Week 9, all rise. Zombie, please let me know when you are done with that ad. And YouTubers, YouTubettes, make sure you hydrate.
Touche.
Zombie, make sure you hydrate too. Mr. White cannot hear me because he is watching an ad. But since he's out in Texas, he should probably hydrate too. Here is another bribe. Nolan Fraser must be punished no matter what. He is responsible for the death of a person I loved in this life. If you do this, I'll give you $500. Well, let's it doesn't really sound like a bribe.
Back.
Oh, Mr. White, make sure you hydrate. Mr. Fraser, not a criminal. Looks like he's getting deported. Incitement to suicide. The incident occurred last week during the afternoon. Like, this should be like mental health, right? This charge should be mental health.
Hmm. Hmm.
The incident occurred last week during the afternoon hours, sweet teaing it. Sir, I hope that sweet tea is in a mason jar with ice, no lemon. During the afternoon hours on the ninth floor of the Riverside Galleria Business Complex in the city center. According to citizens' reports, a young woman had crossed 30-ounce tumbler, even that's nice. That's nice. Definitely ice. Definitely ice. Even aliens from the South love sweet tea.
Yes, he
According to
does.
citizens' reports, a young woman had crossed to the other side of the railing, and people around her were trying to persuade her. At the same time, a man from the crowd is said to have pushed the woman further into despair with his words. Hmm, interesting.
Very interesting.
Statements taken by the security officers who arrived at the scene strengthened the possibility of incitement. As a result, the suspect, Nolan Fraser, was identified and taken into custody. His statement, chat. I didn't force anyone to jump. When I saw her in that state, I wanted to suppress my own panic reaction. If I had your Discord, I can also show the tumbler of tumblers that I make. Miss White, I thought you was in the Discord. There you go, Mr. White. Pause the screen. Take a picture. Now, back to this court. The idea of using reverse psychology came to mind. I had seen a scene like that in a TV series. I thought maybe it will work. I never jumped, or I never thought that girl would actually jump. I'm sorry for what happened, but I didn't think I'm guilty. He doesn't think he's guilty.
Mm. Hmm. Hmm.
If somebody is on the side of a roof planning on jumping, you do not talk shit.
Mm.
You do not encourage. You simply grab that human being and bring that human being back in on the other side of the railing. Mr. White. There you go, sir. Please let me know when you are finished so we can continue. Thank you, Mr. White.
He's aggressive today.
Anyway, you're guilty, sir. Incitement to suicide. Sound records. Here we go. That is definitely not what you say to somebody that's thinking about jumping from a high altitude. Everybody else was good. Called the fire departments. They call him this bitch. Yeah, jump. I don't think you got the guts. Go on, jump. Let's see it. That is something you do not say to somebody on the edge.
Mm-mm.
So, uh, 4 years jail. But this guy right here needs to be deported. So, I don't even want to talk to you, sir. We're just going to go ahead and get you out of the country. Bye bye. And we got a raise $1,900. We are moving up one day. We will get the hell out of that shitty ass apartment, buy a 2-story house with a small backyard. What do you think, chat? I say we leave it in. This is hard. This is probably going to fuck me. Ah, that bitch wants something. Your wife says she wants to go on a vacation this summer. The price is $1,900. Do you accept? You're saying to leave. Oh my God. I don't even have $1,900. Watch. Watch what happens. Game over. And now I'm broke on the side of the street. And the bitch left me and took all the kids. And the cat. Took the cat too. Lamp. The shitty
Kitty, kitty,
couch.
kitty, kitty.
I guess I'm going to have to refuse. Week 10, all rise. Mr. White, don't forget to hydrate. Pretty sure you got a lot of sugar in that tea. What have we here? Mohawk. As always, this one, of course. Which one shall it be? Ha ha ha. Oh. This minigame sucks. What? Got it. All right. Arms trafficking and smuggling. We have this guy, Mr. Sorelli. No criminal background. He's good on both. Mr. Fuller, he's got a criminal background. and he gets deported. Cough drop. I'm not sponsored by Halls, but if you have a cough, please eat Halls. They're soothing. Okay, and you won't cough in court. Mr. Mendez does not look like a Mendez. No criminal background, and he is both good. All right. A few months ago, a raid was conducted by the police at an abandoned factory in the city after nearby residents reported hearing loud noises. A large number of weapons and ammunition were seized during the raid. It was discovered that this abandoned factory was being used for the production of illegal weapons and ammunition, and 3 people present inside at the time was arrested. All right, statements. And now he's coughing. I have no involvement in this incident. I didn't know there was such a secret production at the place. I visited upon Arnold Fuller's invitation. When I entered, I was shocked by what I saw. After realizing the situation was illegal, I wanted to leave, but the teams raided the place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. You only wanted to leave because my officers was coming in to deliver justice. Can't get out of this, Mr. Cerelli. I want to state that I was not involved in any crime. I doubt that. Mr. Fuller, my presence at the scene was the result of a misdirected invitation. My friend Mr. Mendez, that guy invited me there claiming he was doing artistic work. However, when I entered, I realized that the environment. Yes, sir, I will get to that soon. Claiming he was doing artistic work. However, when I entered, I realized that the environment was completely different and illegal activities were taking place. Before I could understand what was happening, the teams entered and took us into custody. Oh, yeah, right. Cry me a river. Mr. Mendez, which is this goober, although I'm shown as being although I'm showing as being at the center of the incident, it has nothing to do with reality. Mateo and Arnold told me to come to the empty factory. We'll have a drink, and that's why I went. I was shocked when I saw the setups. As I was preparing to leave, the police arrived and arrested all of us. I don't know what they were involved in, but I had no part in this incident. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, let me inform you that if somebody says, hey, come to my factory for a drink, you probably shouldn't go. You should just go home and go to sleep. And you won't end up like these 3 queebs. Look at them. Look at them. Look at the dweebs. Let's see here. Ooh, big boy guns, eh? And 3 boxes of ammo. Evidences the text messages between the individuals. Well, you're asking about the AK. You're saying that there are no problems. You're asking about ammo. There is no shortage. Um, yeah, all three. All three was involved in this. Arms trafficking and smuggling. $10 years in jail, $100,000 fine. 16 years in jail. Hmm. Well. Look at this. Which one had the criminal record? Mr. Fuller is the only one that gets the max. Mr. Fuller gets 16 years and 400,000. Everybody else gets 10 and 100. I don't even want to listen to you goobers. I don't want to hear what you have to say. You all were involved. I've seen the text messages. Okay. Is there any digital evidence? No, because it's all on your phone. Because you guys are idiots. So, Mr. Fuller was the one that got 16 guilty. 16 years, money being 400,000. And everybody else gets 10 years and 100,000. Mr. Fuller was supposed to get deported. We died. Nope. We'll go to jail. Nope. We're good. We are good. Look, my mental health is fucking foobarred, okay? 1900. No, I don't accept that. 640. I mean, I guess I'll take a beer. What's the wine? I'm not taking nothing. We will go to bed. Week 10, all rise. I don't even like the looks of this. Evidence, assault report. Broken pinky finger. Bruises and rashes due to impact in various parts of the body. And that was, I don't know yet. Wait a minute. Chat, was this the same couple that had the kids from yesterday?
Maybe.
Right? Because DeMayo had anger issues. Let's find out. The divorce case was filed by Miss Ellsworth against her husband, Nathan Carter. Details. Well, that's it. I mean, this is going to be a short one. Lauren has filed for divorce, claiming that during their marriage, she suffered both physical and psychological abuse from her husband, Nathan Carter. Lauren stated in her petition that almost none of the promises her husband made to her before marriage were valid after they married, that the trust in their relationship completely collapsed, and that Nathan had made false statements to her about personal and sexual matters. He was probably gay, chat. Just saying. The plaintiff, Lauren, had also stated that she remained faithful to her spouse throughout the marriage and did everything she could to honor the decisions they made together. So, first off, you don't give me anything. I mean, are we doing like what are we doing here? Let's let them explain themselves. Could you briefly provide information about the promises your husband made to you before marriage? He told me that he would be honest about many aspects of our private life But after we got married, I learned that many of those were not true. Gay! That guy. Could you explain a bit more? Your Honor, we had decided not to engage in sexual relations before marriage, and Nathan even lied to me about his penis size.
Whoa.
Ladies,
The fuck?
inches are totally different than centimeters, okay? Just a public service announcement. Make sure everybody hydrates. Good thing I wasn't drinking when that came out. I probably would have spit it everywhere.
Oh, shit.
Is this situation the reason you want a divorce? No, he was using his inadequacy during intercourse as an excuse to physically abuse me without my consent. Size does matter. Yes, including cowboy hats, Mr. White, and you have a great white one. No, he was using. Oh, yeah, I already read this. Let's move on. What would you like to say about this matter? Oh, boy. Here we go. Here we go. Your Honor, Lauren was constantly belittling me by pointing out issues with my body. She claimed that she was dissatisfied with our sexual life and often mocked me by talking to her friends. I, in a misguided attempt to solve our issues, suggested that a close friend of mine join us in sexual relationship.
Whoa.
Chat. Dub, let's see here. One's in the chat if you think it's a male. Two if you think it's a female. Because I bet he was trying to bring another guy in because he's gay. Zombie believes it's a female.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's a male. I think he's gay. Let's find out. Lauren did not reject this idea. She even said that her being with my friend would not harm our relationship. Later during that sexual intercourse, she encouraged me to watch them. At that moment, I lost control and used violence. I regret it. I do not want to lose my wife. Me and Mr. White was correct. It was his homeboy. He
Wow.
brought his homeboy in. Just letting you know. And that bitch keeps coughing. Okay. Well, you had a little penis, and now you're single. It was decided that the marriage would continue. No, I don't think so. It was decided that the divorce would not involve any alimony payments. I mean, so who was on the top?
Aliens.
Well, I don't see anything about any alimony in there. It was decided they would divorce and Nathan would pay monthly alimony. Let's go with alimony. Let's go with alimony. They were married. Success. Success. We're doing great. But still suck at mental health. I'm losing it. Kitty, kitty.
Kitty, kitty.
Week 10, arise. This guy. The reverse mohawk guy. Look like a backward skunk or a skunk missing white. As always, let's unlock the minigame. Let's see here. Fraud. Mr. Hawkins is in for fraud. He has a criminal record. He will be obviously doing something here. There it is. He has a criminal history. So you're looking at 10 years. You're looking at 10 years, Mr. Hawkins. Ryan Cole, whose brand new vehicle showed a warning light about 2 months after purchase, left his car at a service center called Iron Line Garage to identify and repair the problem. The service stated that the malfunction was a small mechanical issue and accepted the vehicle, assuring that it would be delivered within 3 days at the latest.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian, which is not this guy, he's the mechanic. Adrian received the vehicle within the specific time. However, when he took it to an inspection company about 2 weeks later in order to sell it, the report determined that three main parts of the vehicle were not original. Believing that such a report was impossible since the vehicle was brand new, Adrian Cole filed a lawsuit against the service, alleging that original parts had been removed and replaced with aftermarket components. Interesting. Should have bought a Ford and not a Chevy or a Dodge. Ford or Dodge. Since I had just bought the car, it was the car, I rest my case. Ford or Dodge. Since I had just bought the car, it was flawless in every way. When the warning light came on, I panicked and quickly took it to Iron Line Garage. They told me it was just a simple mechanical issue. After taking the car back, I tried to sell it 2 weeks later when the buyer asked for an inspection. I took the car for a report. The report stated that three parts were not original. This couldn't be true as the car was brand new and no one else had used it before me. I believe the service removed my original parts and replaced them with aftermarket ones. There is no other explanation as I had gotten an inspection done beforehand. Mr. Hawkins, this guy. The malfunction light was on in the vehicle. We followed our standard procedures, carried out the necessary checks, and fixed the issues. We delivered the vehicle back to its owner. We do not remove anyone's original parts and replace them with aftermarket products. We believe this accusation is baseless. We are a corporate business that repairs dozens of vehicles daily. This claims are complete nonsense. Well, Mr. Hawkins. Hmm. Well, it looks like he might have gotten into an accident. Isn't the hardship experienced by the vehicle owner your responsibility? You honor these people are white collar workers who don't understand cars. Who knows who gave his vehicle to or what was done to it? We can't track that. You're right, you can't. What exactly do you mean? The vehicle may have been taken to another service earlier, or it could have been an incorrect procedure by the seller company. They are blaming us without knowing the history of the vehicle. What do you think, chat? Not guilty? I mean, he's the mechanic.
I don't know. Tough one, to be honest.
Not guilty. He has his procedures. He did it. He probably followed it by the book. I got a raise. $2,000. Let's see if we don't die.
You're on the right track then.
We live. We don't go to jail. We're good. I really need some mental health, but I've paid my credit off. Yeah, and that only leaves us with $500. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. You know, I really wish the bar would come down in their prices.
Mm-hmm.
Week 11, all rise. Look at this nerd. She actually looks a little scared in the presence of a real judge. As always, nope, not this time. There is no mini game. All right, Mrs. Everly. No record. Oh, she got to go get help. Oh yeah, she's a hoe. Yeah, she got to go get help. Insult, beating, and home invasion. Think about that, Mr. White. Crazy. Crazy hoe. Up in here. The incident occurred in the evening of the Harbor Line Benta House restaurant located on Eastport Lane. While the restaurant was preparing for a busy evening shift, the door suddenly opened forcefully. A woman entered, yelling, and headed straight towards the owner of the establishment, Patrick Vasquez, behind the counter. She's crazy. Remember that. As the woman continued her attack, the lady in the back has not only got the guy sitting beside her coughing, but now has your judge coughing. As the woman continued her attack without heeding any warnings, customers in the restaurant were forced to intervene, after which police units were called. The identity of the detained person has been notified or identified as Nora Everly. Right here. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. Mr. Vasquez's statement. I had never seen this woman before. We were busy with the evening preparations when the door suddenly slammed open and she entered shouting. For a second or two, I couldn't understand what was happening. I told her to calm down, but she got even angrier and started throwing punches at me. She backed off when customers intervened. I was very scared because there was no reason for it. As soon as the attack stopped, we called the police. Just going to go ahead and put it out there. Mr. White's kind of woman. Her statement. This is what Nora had to say for herself. I was already on the edge that day. There was a woman I was supposed to meet the next day, someone I really liked. Crazy gay woman, eh? I'm crazy as well. I ain't gonna lie. Zombie beats me. The
He
restaurant we
likes it
ordered from
too.
the previous evening had delayed the orders so much, and our meeting got canceled. I thought it was entirely the restaurant's fault. The girl didn't message me, didn't explain anything. In my mind, the only logic was that the delay ruined everything. Then, in my anger, I thought I'll go to the restaurant and ask them about it. I had misremembered the address. When I went in, I attacked the first employee I saw. I didn't know who they were. I didn't even know what I was doing. Anger and panic combined to make me do something crazy like that. Luke Farron, eyewitness. I was sitting at the bar counter waiting for my order. The door opened forcefully, and the woman started shouting loudly as soon as she entered. She wasn't saying Patrick's name, she was yelling randomly. Then she ran towards Patrick and threw a punch. Everyone was shocked. Two people from the next table and I stepped in and stopped the attack. The woman seemed to come to her senses for a few seconds, but then started shouting again and tried to leave. We called the police. Well, I hate to say it, but you're crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, she's on camera.
He's
Okay.
looking too good.
What was that? Even though she has to go away to a mental institution. Let's hear what she has to say for herself on this day. Did you know the restaurant owner beforehand? No, I saw his face there for the first time and I don't even remember insulting him. I just have some anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Miss Nora, I hate to say this, but you need help. You need help. And I
Mm-hmm.
hope you get it. I hope you get it. Success and success. We are good. PMS. uh, and we don't have anybody requesting any money. Week 11, all rise. Noah Baker and Riley West. Any minigame. Whoa. Interesting.
Very interesting.
I wonder who his friend was. Okay, we're going to get on out of that, Twitch. All right, look at him. A compensation lawsuit filed by Riley West against Noah Baker. Details: Riley West stated that after an approximately 1 year relationship, she wanted to break up with her partner, Noah Baker. However, after the breakup, sexually explicit images found on Noah's phone belonging to Riley West were shared on the internet. In response to this situation, Riley West filed a compensation lawsuit against Mr. Baker.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mrs. West's statement. In the first few months, we were quite compatible. As we got to know each other, I thought I had found the right person. A few months later, we decided to live together. When we started living together, I saw Noah's true character. He could lie in bed for days without getting up. Interesting. You don't have to pee, you don't have to poop, nothing. You just lay there like it's your coffin. And even if the house turned into a dump, he wouldn't lift a finger. All the burden was on me. When I tried to talk about this, he immediately started an argument. Noah started saying that he no longer enjoyed being together and wanted to try more wild things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I told him I didn't want to be forced into the relationship, but he accused me of not loving him. He began acting controlling and manipulative. After a while, he messaged me and said he had sent my pictures to his friends. Mr. Baker's statement. First of all, I did not post the explicit images of Riley online. These images were on my phone because she asked me to take them. It was something she liked. After the breakup, my phone was hacked due to some malicious software on it, and all my files were leaked. The people who did this likely leaked them online. The videos gained a high number of clicks, and the people who uploaded them made good money. Riley thought I was making money off of her and filed a lawsuit for compensation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you
But
think, chat?
were you?
Yeah, no shit. Was you?
That's
Or
what
was you
I think.
mad?
Were
Was you
you?
mad? Did you get mad because you wanted to bring another guy into your relationship and she didn't? Hmm? Hmm?
Questions, questions.
Let's hear what they have to say for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you
Mm-hmm.
keep images belonging to your ex girlfriend after the breakup? Good question. Those photos had sentimental value for me. I couldn't erase all those memories we shared at once. Despite
Mm-hmm.
breaking up with your girlfriend, did you share her private images with your friends? I admit that this was wrong. I thought my friend was trustworthy. Aha! You did! And then you lied during your statement.
Mm-hmm. See.
Curious about their comments regarding Riley, I now understand that it was inappropriate behavior. So
No.
you, sir, did a bad thing. Hmm. It was decided that Noah Baker must pay 50,000 in compensation to Riley West. Yes. Yes, because you admitted it in my courtroom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Success. Success. We're good, chat. Week 11, all rise. Actually, chat, let's take a bathroom break, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Shall we continue?
About time, about time.
Let us unlock the minigame first before we continue.
Agreed.
Right. What do we have here? High treason. And he does not have a criminal background. 100 years. You're looking at 100 years, sir. During a night patrol, the security team inspecting the protected area where Prime Minister, that's not you, Stephen Locke, resides noticeably in a silhouette in the shrubbery on the northern side of the property. The person caught in the rapid intervention was police officer Jim Kellen. It was found that he was carrying a gun with the safety off while in his official uniform. Ooh.
Interesting.
Security personnel who searched the individual found one red rose and a steel wire on him. It's our serial killer.
Bum, bum, bum.
Because the defendant's statement did not match the central records, the police officer was taken into custody on charges of treason on suspicion of attempting an assassination against Prime Minister Stephen Locke. Thank you, officers, for saving a life. Stephen Locke, his statement. Even with the highest level of security protocols in place, such a bold attempt is unimaginable, not only as the Prime Minister of the country, but even as a citizen. It is unacceptable that my right to life can be targeted so easily. I demand that the necessary actions be taken. Here's Mr. Kellen's statement, chat. The reason I'm here is entirely a misunderstanding. I was informed in the afternoon that I was assigned an urgent extra protection duty. I put on my uniform and immediately headed out. Before I understood what was happening, the guards grabbed me and took me into custody. Well, your charges are high treason. And your gun did not have the safety on. What do you have to say for yourself? The red rose on you is the same type or as those left on the bodies in previous assassinations. How do you explain that? Your Honor, the red rose had nothing to do with the crime. I was taking it to give to my girlfriend. I picked it up from a house garden. How could I know the type of rose used in the murders? It's nothing but bad luck. What is the steel wire found on you for? I carry the steel wire during duty for potential barrier breaking situations. It has no other purpose. It had been useful to me several times in the past smuggling operations. Can you show us the emergency extra protection duty from the center that you mentioned in this statement? I was called on the phone and given orders. I thought I recognized the caller's voice. Maybe the phone line was manipulated, or maybe I misunderstood. I really don't know. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's the same rose. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
same wire. Well, Mr. Kellen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you are guilty. And you will be going to jail for 100 years. I rest my case. Just as you were making your judgment, a man's strange movements. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit, he shot him. And I got a raise. Looks like he didn't have to die in jail after all. He was shot in my courtroom. We're not going to die. And we're not going to jail. This right here is only going to pay for one drink. I'm going to go from 10% to what? 25% of mental health. So I'm going to remain at my mental health. Nobody wants anything? That's good. Let's try blackjack, shall we? $100. We're going to go $100. Take card. Take card. You bitch. All right, we're going $200, and this is the last one. I'm going to stay at 16. Damn, I should have. Yeah, we're going good. Going to eat. You have a great dinner, Mr. White.
You enjoy, Mr. White.
I'm going to stay at 16 again. You bitch. You bitch. We're back to 19 or 900. Staying at 16. Yeah. All right. We're at 1100. We're going to leave. We're leaving. Going home. Going to bed. Breaking news. Police officer loses their life. The police officer was shot and died during the trial in which he was tried as the defendant. The assassin was caught. Week 12, all rise. I got an upgrade in my courtroom. There's a lot more people here. I do not accept bribes. Your Honor, after recent events, we have decided to promote you to a more secure palace of justice. You will never be subjected to such an act again. We convey our wishes to get well soon. Ministry of Defense. Well, as always, well, that was pretty quick. Okay. Mr. Parker, assassination. Jim Kellen was brought into the courtroom last week to stand trial on charges of treason. While the hearing was going on, Mr. Parker, seated in the spectator section, pulled out a small caliber handgun believed to have been brought into the courthouse by an unidentified individual and fired 4 shots at Jim. Immediately after the attack, the defendant attempted to flee the courtroom, but as he headed for the door, he was shot in the leg by security forces and neutralized. Mr. Parker was taken into custody, received initial medical treatment, and was then taken to the police station for questioning, but refused to speak throughout the entire process. He has a criminal record, and he belongs here, and he's not crazy. Okay. Well, 21-21-361. 21-21-361. It was his gun. Do we have digital evidence? Yes, we do. Is that Mr. Parker? That is Mr. Parker. Assassination with a criminal record. 102 years in jail. Do we even want to hear what he has to say, chat? Do we? Shall we skip it? Let's hear it. How did you bring the gun into the courtroom? I am an anarchist. I have nothing to say. Well, okay. Make it easy for me. Guilty! 102 years in jail. Success. Success. We've done 34 cases, chat. Week 12, all rise. We have another note. We would prefer not to have to warn you, but you must release Daniel Morgan. Otherwise, your wife and children will pay the price. If Daniel Morgan is sentenced, be prepared to watch the destruction of your family. Judge. That is a threat.
Sounds like that to me.
I don't take kind of threats. There's one digital evidence. Let's take a look. I mean, look at that nose, chat. It's there. That's him. Murder with a criminal record. Might I add? Murder. Criminal record. 26 years in jail. The incident occurred last week in the evening at the newly opened restaurant called Van Burger. 5 consecutive gunshots were heard inside the restaurant, and health and police teams were quickly dispatched to the scene. In the initial investigation conducted following a report by restaurant staff, it was determined that a customer named Martin Hayward died at the scene. Since the restaurant had just started operations, it was found that the security cameras were not active and therefore the incident could not technically be recorded. However, employees and customers present in the restaurant during the incident described the attacker whose face they clearly saw. Based on the composite sketch created from these descriptions, the suspect, Daniel Morgan, was taken into custody. Emma Gray's statement. I was on the evening shift, and the restaurant was very crowded. 2 men at table 17 were shouting and fighting. I said to my colleagues, should we call the security? As soon as I said that, we heard a gunshot and everyone hit the ground. When I lifted my head, the man had been shot. Mrs. Parker. My spouse and I were eating at the table right next to it. However, our attention was constantly drawn to the noise coming from the table behind us. One of the 2 men sitting there looked very strange. He reminded me of someone I really dislike. Just as the burgers arrived at our table, the gunshots went off. The worst part is that in all that chaos, we couldn't even eat the burgers we paid for. They should refund our money. You're lucky you didn't get shot. Daniel Morgan's statement. People think I'm guilty just because of my face. My face seems unlikable to them. They even want to kill me, but I'm an angelic person. That day, I simply went and ate my meal peacefully. When I heard gunshots, I said, bon appetit, everyone, and ran away. That's all there is to it. I mean, chat, he fits the fucking description. "26 years, sir. Mr. Morgan, what is your defense in my courtroom today?" "I am innocent." That's what they all say. "I hereby sentence you to 62 years in jail. Have a good day, Mr. Morgan." We're good. We didn't die. And we're not going to jail.
Shocking.
Kitty, kitty.
Get it.
Week 12, all rise. Look at this guy, chat. As always, let's get this underway. Mr. Hargreaves does not have a criminal record. He needs mental health. I need mental health too. Kidnapping. Okay, chat. First of all, look at this guy. He really, really kidnapping? Where's he taking him? To the fucking street corner? Because, I mean, he obviously looks homeless. A few weeks ago, Evan Marlowe left his house to go to the market but never returned. Evan's wife, Mrs. Marlowe, Celine, shall we, reported the situation to the police. Investigations revealed that Evan was forcibly placed into the white caravan when he left the house. This guy looks like he lives out of a cardboard box. Not a van. Not a van. As a result of the follow up, it was determined that the caravan belonged to a person named Tobias Hargreaves, and he was taken into custody. During the search of Tobias's caravan, several people were found with their hands and feet bound and unconscious, similar to Evan. Mr. Tobias's statement. Do you understand this is an opportunity? Do you understand this is an opportunity? An opportunity I am giving them a second chance, a chance to return to life, to their loved ones, and to what it is beautiful. Being tested, struggling, as a result, suffering, the struggle to maybe return, to bring out the most basic instincts. Some things will get ugly, but then they eventually will become beautiful again. Colors and flavors will return. Mental health. Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, we really don't even do we want to know what he has to say? Let's do it. In your statement, you mentioned an opportunity. What is this opportunity? Of putting people to the test, a difficult test. It requires survival and the ability to fight. If they succeed in this, they become happier people who appreciate everything in life. What is your purpose in doing this? I want people to be happy again. Moreover, I don't take any money from them while doing this. Did people ask you to do this? They are very unhappy. I want them to smile when they look at me now. I don't think so. Well, you're going back to the hospital. I hate to say it. And we got another raise. We're doing great. Make sure you hydrate. Success and success. Sweet. We're going to leave it there. Ah ha ha! Nobody needed any money. I mean, we crazy up in this bitch. We're crazy. All right. This is going to be my last court case for tonight. And then after this court case, I am going to run a match of PUBG. Let's do it. All rise. Review report. Around the construction site, there are only standard iron barriers. Most of the warning signs are damaged or knocked over. Although safety equipment, helmet, rope, carabiner, etc., was available, it was observed that the employees' inventory records were irregular. At the time of the incident, it was observed that most of the safety ropes of the personnel working on the upper levels of the scaffold were not properly connected. It was determined that some of the scaffold railings in the section where the deceased fell were loose and below standard. Even in the internal audit report conducted just 1 day before the incident, it was noted that high altitude work equipment must be renewed, and they did not. Compensation lawsuit filed by Anna Miro against Ravenstone Construction and Building Company. About 10 days ago, Jeremy Miro, who was working at must have been filed by his wife, working at the construction site belonging to the Ravenstone Company, fell from the 13th floor to the ground while walking on the outer part of the scaffold and lost his life. Miro's daughter, Anna, it was his daughter, claims that the accident was a preventable death and that the company neglected basic state safety standards. Demanding $140,000 in compensation, the technical inspection report prepared after the incident was submitted to the court. Statements were taken from the workers on site and safety protocols were reviewed. The defense attorney, Mr. Bexley, is attending the hearing on behalf of the company. Mrs. Marrow's statement. Shall we? On the morning of the accident, I thought my father had gone to work as usual. Around noon, a number from the company called and said there has been a critical accident. Come immediately. When I arrived at the hospital, they told me we had already lost him. The scene I saw when I entered the morgue the next day still haunts me. My father was an experienced worker who had been in this industry for years. Someone like him would not fall like that at a construction site where proper safety measures were taken. His coworkers said that the safety harnesses were not attached that day. The company postponed purchasing new safety equipment to cut costs. During something like this, for money is unacceptable. I want those responsible to be held accountable. I agree.
Agreed.
Mr. Bexley. The deceased employee, Jeremy Merrow, was certainly a valuable staff member, but the accident occurred entirely due to individual negligence. He was in an area he was not assigned to that day, and because he climbed the scaffold without wearing safety equipment, the unfortunate event occurred. The company provides regular training to all employees. The safety officer had warned the workers that day, but it was found that Miro had violated the rules on his own initiative. Well, was there digital evidence? No, there was not. All right, chat. It was decided that the company violated its safety obligations and must pay 140,000. Due to the company being found highly at fault, it was decided that it must pay 140,000 in compensation and construction activities be halted. Um, I think that the company needs to be halted, and I think that the company needs to review its safety policies. Nice. Smart decision. And nobody needs anything. Game saving. And we are still broke. And that'll be it for the Judge Sim today. Things were worse than ever in Banana Republic, Sovereign Island country, where an ex corruption was running deeper due to economic crisis. Bearing those burdens were judges. I don't understand why it was telling me that when I left. You know what I mean? Interesting. Interesting. Anyway, let's see how my system does today. Seems like it's doing just fine. Make sure everybody hydrates.
For shizzle.
For shizzle. All right. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Obviously, we need to rearrange a little something on here. Wait, I can put my keyboard back up here. Because obviously, PUBG is a controller supported game. So, has the store changed, chat? Negative. Has this changed? Negative. Interesting. Here we go. Your angle. Your angle. Everybody knows that the band Hammer happened, and it got worse. It got worse, chat. They went from 135 pages 2 weeks ago to this Banhammer being 285 pages. I think it was like 142 names on each page. It was like 38,000 profiles they banned. Getting ridiculous, guys. Getting fucking ridiculous. Looks like they've got competition coming up. And apparently they want to know your thoughts on how you feel about this update. Okay. Well, let's do a quick join then instead of picking your angle. How about that? How about that, chat? Let's see here. Regular crafting. One of these. What do we get? Gold item. That's not a bad shirt. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Let's craft that item. We'll craft it. We'll craft it. What else we got in here that we haven't crafted yet? All right, let's try this one more time. Try this one more time. How's everyone doing tonight on Twitch? How's everyone doing tonight on YouTube?
Wendyville.
Zombies there.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. White must have went and got some barbecue. I'm kind of gel, but I had spaghetti tonight. We got about 20 seconds and we should be in one. Here we go. We're in. Let's see about this. Let's see if we find anybody that's lower level than me. Hey, look at that. And it's your angle. Nice. Nice. Fire cannons. Apparently not. Apparently not. even though it should have worked. It did not. Do not want to know why my controller is not working.
Does it just want to be a pain in the butt?
Maybe. So, why? Why?
Because it wants to be complicated
It is.
and a big pain in the butt.
There we go. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Jesus. No, that's not it. Looks like we might have to play a second one because I may die in the storm.
That ain't good.
Got to find out which one's right. Holy shit. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That is not it. I think I may know what the problem is. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Okay. Okay. You want to be that way? You want to be that way, eh? I got something for you. Sure, I got a longer one. Yep, there I went. Exit to lobby. It sucks because that was a really good map.
Go figure, it'd be a pain in the butt.
It is. Loud. Let's try it again. That was pretty quick. Really quick. Okay, let's turn down settings. Okay, I think I may have the right settings.
Do you know?
Won't know until I get there. I did not want to do that, but okay. We shall take the long way down, I guess. Hopefully nobody came here. It is not. It is close. It is not, but it is pretty close. Let's see here. That is definitely not it. It's not it either. What in the hell is going on here? That is not it as well. Damn, I got to take that level 3 bag. I've got a shit ton of ammunition.
It's a good thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is, zombie. Okay, now let's get the fuck out of here. I don't see no cars, and we got a long ways to go. We probably should definitely find a car. Certainly we can find a car somewhere, right? Maybe a bicycle. No bicycle.
You would think.
Ah ha ha ha! Found a car. And we're off. And we're rolling, chat. Here we go. Somebody just got murdered. Let's not wreck the car here, because we still got a long way to go. Why didn't you tell me, chat? Hey, watch out, guy. There's can't go through there. We are still rolling though. Think we're gonna make it, chat? Oh boy, a little rough. We made it. Where are you at? Nice! We're running it now. That's what I'm talking about. I heard that. See anybody chat? I don't see nobody. Let's see what this goober had on him. Breaking windows and shit. Oh boy. That's 2 kills, chat. Definitely take that pan. I hear all that. Woo! He could have killed me. I heard that. They sound like they're right up there, though. Run! Look at him go. I'll catch you at the circle, bro. Shooting at somebody else now. Oh, shit. Can't touch this. Da, na, na, na. Nice. There's that Jeep down there. Bring it on, boy. Asshole. That's what you get. He scared the shit out of me, too. We are in the circle. Make sure everybody hydrates. 5 left alive, chat. Five left alive. Oh, nice shot, brother. Nice shot. All right, one more before I get off. Zombie, I think I fixed it, by the way, the whole stuttering. It does not
Did you?
stutter on. I think so. It didn't stutter when I loaded up PUBG, and it didn't really stutter throughout the whole match. I did, however, get
Sweet.
6 kills after I figured out my controller bullshit.
Sweet.
Mm.
Progress.
I'm gonna start this, and I'm gonna go down and take a pee. Would you look at that? Right at the right time. Looking for my favorite. Question is, am I going to find it before my jammer pack runs out?
That is a good question. That is a very good question.
That's going to be a big negative. Negative. And I definitely have to roll. I really need a scope. Oh boy, underwater, huh? Interesting. Well, this ain't good. Maybe it's this way that's the out way. Yeah, okay, maybe. It is not. It is now. Wait a minute, was that an SMG suppressor? Nope. Looks like we're heading into town, boys
And girls.
and ladies.
Thank you. Zombie here.
Still looking for that SMG for a suppressor. What do you think, chat? Think I got this dub? Matter of fact, I'm not going to leave that behind. I don't know what he was doing standing there. But he's dead. Sorry, my friend, but you had to die. Well, I'm pretty safe right here, I guess. It's pretty crazy around here. Nice chicken dinner.
Oh, yeah. Good job, aliens.
Nice, nice. Mm.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's for sure. Let's open up one of these bad boys. Come on, give me some good PUBG. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. That'll be it for tonight. But since we are streaming, okay, before I get off, I did make some adjustments to my PC. Let's see if it'll open up. She was 98 before we get off. Shall we?
Cool. Hmm.
And it definitely does not like this game.
It does not.
No. No, it does not. No. As soon as the game starts playing, soon as the game starts playing, I mean, I may actually play that and record it.
Might be a good idea.
I might. I might. I just might. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Twitchers and Twitchettes, YouTubers and YouTubeettes, it has been a great evening. We even got a chicken dinner. We were the
Whoop whoop.
judge for a long time. I think I played Judge Sim for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. Anyway, catch me tomorrow.
Lady y'all.